So this video is going to serve as a very quick introduction to the Styles tool within Microsoft Word. As you can see here, I've got some placeholder text in, and the majority of beginner users for Microsoft Word end up formatting their text by manually highlighting it and using the font palette up here to change it into however they need it to look to match departmental guidelines. Now this approach works quite well for a very small document, but when it comes to a thesis or a much larger document, this takes a lot of time and is a very inefficient use of your own time. So if I undo these font changes, we can actually make these modifications using styles. So as you can see here, all of this body text is the normal style. So if you look in this style palette at the top, there's a box around whichever style a given piece of text is, depending on where you click in. So if I want to modify what this looks like, all I need to do is right click on the appropriate style in the styles palette, click on modify, and I'll have an option dialog pop up here where I've got the option to change things like the font. So I could switch it to Arial, which a lot of departmental guidelines are looking for. I could perhaps increase the font size to 12 if that's what they need. I can also do things like center aligning, justifying, increasing line spacing, indentation. And down here you'll see all of the familiar tools to do with font and paragraph, as well as some additional options. But I'm going to leave them for now and just click OK. And as you see, all of the text that was of the normal style has now updated to Arial font size 12 as I asked it to do in the style palette. Now this will save a lot of time when it comes to a very long document, because this is the default style. Anything that's pasted in will come in under Arial 12. However, this gets really powerful when we start to look at the other available styles up here. And if I click on this little dialog box here, you'll see I've got loads of additional styles, and this list will grow as we add more functions into Microsoft Word. So here I can use the heading styles, for example, and these are very, very important and will save an awful lot of time when we look at some later features of Microsoft Word. So with these heading styles, you'll see they're now appearing in this navigation pane down the side, which makes it a really good way for us to navigate a document, particularly if it is a thesis with several chapters. It can be very difficult for you to find the right section. This tool will enable you to jump to any piece of text. You can also use it to reorder sections, so I could take this paragraph here, and move it after this one, and it will reorder it within the body of the text, which is a lot easier than copying and pasting. The most powerful feature of styles, however, is that I can modify them and they will filter through to every piece of text under that style. So if I take this heading 1 for example, and I can right click on it and go to modify, under modify the same dialog pops up as we were looking at earlier, and I can change things such as the font as we did before. So in this case I'm going to go for Arial, I'm going to make it font size 16, bold, and say a nice dark grey, and you'll see that's automatically updated in the text. I can do the same with heading 2 here, so if I modify this, I can say change this to font size 14 and italicize it and bold it, and let's make this one a slightly lighter shade of grey. And you'll see that has updated both of the heading 2s within this document. So this can look like a bit of a learning curve if you do have a very small document, but if you are typing a thesis or an upgrade document, this will save you hours of formatting time, and Microsoft Word will do it perfectly for you. You won't make any mistakes and everything will always look consistent wherever you're using the styles. One last thing I will show you before the end of this video is you'll see there are a number of default styles in Microsoft Word here that you can use as well. Quote is quite a popular one, as is a intense quote style here, and just like anything else you can right click on these and modify to make this look however you want. And this will mean that any time you use this kind of a feature within your document and you select it and style it as a quote, it will always be consistent. So to apply style to any piece of text, all I need to do is highlight it and click on whichever style I want to apply. Simple as that.